30. I would be transmitting to you by telephone. Turn off all engines, all radios, face all turrets to the rear, shut all hatches. I say again, turn off all engines, shut off all radios, face all turrets to the rear, close all hatches.
Now the tense waiting comes. The minutes and seconds are slipping by.
H-hour minus 2 minutes. Minus 2 minutes. All personnel kneel down in the trenches. Lean against the forward wall and stay down. Minus 1 minute. Thirty seconds. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Minutes after the blast, the troops are moving forward toward Ground Zero to see for themselves the effects of nuclear devices. This first-hand experience is one which will be embedded in the memory of every man. Simultaneously, the tankmen of Task Force Razor are grinding toward Ground Zero and beyond, fighting their way through traps and blocks built and manned by the Ghost Battalion. An inspection of the model city shows the relative strength of construction methods and building materials. Vehicles, weapons, and equipment are inspected for damage. They represent an enemy's arms, but they could be our own. Some damaged beyond repair, others still usable. Maintenance and supporting forces are given a taste of nuclear warfare, as well as the men trained for frontline duty. In reality, such decontamination teams would play a vital role in helping to keep our fighting machine intact. Ground Zero has been reached, explored, and left behind. One of the 13 successful desert rock experiments in this series is history. As an added safety measure, every man is thoroughly brushed and checked with a Geiger counter before he is allowed to return to his campsite. Every individual has received a singular personal impression, of course, but most of the participants have formed an opinion in common.
But, Bert, don't you think that the atomic weapon would be a mighty powerful thing for our soldiers to avoid on the battlefield?
Well, Al, there's no question about it. It is a powerful weapon. But we have had proven to us in these tests that a soldier can fight and survive on an atomic battlefield if he protects himself adequately.
Well, Bert, you were out there. How's about some comments on this radiation I hear so much about?
Well, there is radiation. There's no question about that. But, well, for example, the other day I was out there at 2,500 yards from Ground Zero, and I received 1 milliroentgen of radiation during that time. And it takes approximately 450 Roentgens to place one in the critical category. So, as you can see, I'm still here.
To the question, what about the ground soldier in the atomic age, desert rock experiments give a clear answer. The atom has revolutionized the mechanics of warfare, but the basic element, the fighting man, remains unchanged. No one is more aware of this than the men of the United States Army.
It is historical fact that military weakness is an invitation to aggression. By being prepared, our Army hopes to avoid a future war. But should war come, it may also become historical fact that the war was won in advance, thanks to the experiments and maneuvers held at Camp Desert Rock. Now, this is Sergeant Stuart Queen, inviting you to be with us again next week for another look at your Army in action in the big picture.
The Big Picture is a weekly television report to the nation on the activities of the Army at home and overseas. Produced by the Signal Corps Pictorial Center. Presented by the United States Army in cooperation with this station. You too can be an important part of the big picture. You can proudly serve with the best equipped, the best trained, the best fighting team in the world today, the United States Army.